Have we got to stop saying slanderous stuff?
We have, yes, absolutely. One has to start behaving. We are live. Mics are live, gentlemen.
Oh, dear. Yes, I'll behave.
Well, you know, why start now?
I'm always a consummate professional once on air. You know that, Matt.
Absolutely. Abso-friggin-lutely. Okay, just trying to sort out a few last bits.
Why does my beard look weird on the...
It's probably doing a bit like my shirt is. It's strobing, perhaps.
Oh, yeah. You look like you've got highlights.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Unlike you, I can't change my beard. I can't take it off.
Well, you can.
Why?
It's called a razor.
Absolutely not.
Oh,
I've been to
okay.
barbers today to get this all trimmed down for
Okay.
Christmas to look smart.
I should get your money back if I were you. I don't...
Ah. Rude.
2 for 1 deal, was it? Is that...
Merry Catmas.
White yes boy had a go, did he?
Wow.
Merry Catmas. Oh, here we go. It's go time. We're off. I mean, brace yourselves, everyone.
Thanks, Nev.
Here we go. Oh, I need to get rid of the clock. Hang on. Ooh, panic.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Merry Christmas.
And hello and welcome to the, episode 583, the festive Christmas special. In this week's show, the Airbus A320neo fuselage panel defect has been confirmed on an in-service aircraft. As EASA proposes inspections, airplane mode on your phone. Is it really still important to switch off devices in flight? And Leonardo completes their first flight of the next generation tiltrotor aircraft. In the military segment this week, the Irish Air Corps take delivery of a Dassault Falcon 6X, and the US Navy reports faulty materials and poor coordination between services for the V-22 Osprey problems. We'll have the retro festive airline ad of the week, and of course along with an update of our progress for the 600th show in May next year. So starting off top of the list, joining me over in the PTUK Master Suite studio is of course Matt Smith.
Hello. All right.
With a nice background there. Very
Indeed,
nice.
yes, thank you. I can't take any credit for this. Nev? No, what's your name? Carlos, that's it. Carlos sorts this. Although, I have to say, having recently spoken to this particular airline and an expert, they're unable to place how, when, where, or why this was ever created.
I was just thinking what a nightmare it would be to wrap a aircraft up, because
Are we sure this wasn't like some random AI thing? I mean, it's like, is this real?
I struggle to wrap a square Christmas gift, let alone one the shape of an A320.
Whatever that is, yes, an A320, yes.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Well, welcome to the festive special, Mr. Smith. Always good to see you here.
And you,
Thank you. And joining us across a very festive and Christmassy dales and glens of the UK is, of course, over in Buckinghamshire, our very own connoisseur of all things Seat 1A and BA with tinsel on. It's Neville Bounds.
Yes, quite a lot of tinsel tonight, as you can see. And just looking back at that intro, I think if my Keep Fit instructor saw the angles that my legs were at, she'd either be very impressed or very concerned.
I think the latter. I think the latter, to be fair,
Yes.
Mr. Bounds.
Oh dear. But yeah, great to be back. And yeah, of course, it's our last show, well, this year, isn't it? So the next one's on the 7th of January. So we are taking a complete break this time over Christmas and New Year to recharge our batteries and recharge everybody else's batteries as well. But yeah, great to be on the show as always.
Good to see you, as always, Mr. Bounds. And joining us this week is our resident Airbus captain and sim training captain as well. It's, of course, a very festive and very, well, let's just say he's probably got the best looking pub in the whole of the UK. It's Captain Andy.
Yes, this is not an AI background. This is real behind me. It's going to be back again, 3 weeks in a row, first in a while. And I am feeling very festive in my PlayStation Christmas jumper.
Looking very good there. I take it you're ready for the festive season and the bar is fully stocked, Andy.
Oh, yes, it is very, very stocked. And as I just showed you guys, my brother-in-law, who's coming around on Christmas Day, has got a 40-pint keg he's bringing around as well, which I wasn't expecting. So we have more than enough alcohol for everybody on the estate, I think.
And the chat room, I think. Definitely.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. And also joining us this week, back again, with what can only be described as a very blue festive jumper. It is, of course, our show note advisor. It is Mr. Codling. Hello, Nick.
Hi, Carlos. How you doing?
Yeah, looking very... Is that Star Wars festive?
So, there we go. If I stand up, there we go. You get a slightly better view.
Oh, it's the Millennium Falcon, he says. Easy for me to say.
This is my one nod towards being Christmassy. Although I have to say, I think seeing those intros, for anybody that's listening to the audio version, they need to go over to YouTube just so that they can see what I think is possibly the beginning of Nev's next career step by taking part on Strictly.
Or a visit to the local A&E, I would think.
Well, yes, there is that. There is that. I mean, the lengths you'll go to catch up with your dear old friend, dear old Deadly Allen Cope, bless you, taking out all of these new moves.
Oh dear.
Now, we have a special guest host joining us this evening, and for those of you watching in YouTube, probably noticed I'm drinking a certain drink here. Very nice indeed it is, although I'm running out slightly here. I'm going to have to recharge soon. But it gives me great pleasure to introduce someone who looked after me and Nev very, very well this year when we went over to Dublin to the Bray Air show. So welcome back onto the show. It's our very own roving reporter from Ireland. It's Allan Whyte. Hello, Allan.
Hey guys, ho 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 and all that. So yeah, good to be back on the show. Good to see everybody. I've hung up the headset for a few days and I'm back in Dublin. So looking forward to the show tonight.
Yeah, it's a. I've only spent one Christmas in Dublin, and it's quite an event, isn't it, Alan?
Yeah, it's like any other public holiday in Ireland. It's a good place to be for a party, you know.
But good to see you, Allan. How are things in the world of aviation with you? I'm guessing you are obviously busy. You've been busy.
A busy year, yeah. It was good. After 10 years of sojourn behind the desk, I'm back flying again. So I did my first type rating ever. And yeah, it's been a really good year. Some really fun flying, exciting flying. Starting off with a new venture, new AOC here in Ireland. So there's been a lot of tests and audits from the authority, but it's all gone well, and you know, we're through the first 12 months and looking forward to the next 12.
So what was your type rating, Alan?
King Air Beach 200, Andy.
Oh, nice. Very nice.
Yeah, it's nice. It's very varied flying, kind of getting up high and down very low as well. So yeah, it's interesting. Not your standard airline, A to B. There's a lot of kind of yeah, interesting activities.
Cool.
Yeah.
You remember you saying to us back in the summertime, Alan, that it's not the quietest of aircraft to fly, to be inside.
No, when the batteries run out on the bows, it takes a lot of recovery after the. It's quite a noisy aircraft in the inside, but you know what? I'll forgive it because it's fun to fly. Really, really fun to fly.
No, we enjoyed seeing it at the air show as well.
Yeah, that's right. You saw it at the air show, didn't you? That's right.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we are going to have a look and see who is joining us in the chat room for this Tuesday night show. Might just point out it is Tuesday, the 23rd of December. Starting off at the top of the list, Mazouz was in there. Hello to you, Mazouz. Richard Adams is in there, beer in hand as well. Well done, Mr. Adams. Tanya over in New York, she is joining us as well. Hello to you. We've got Andy Wilson. Hello, Andy Wilson. Good to see you in there. Tracy _ Donny. Hello, Tracy. Lovely to see you in the chat room this week. And Masha. Hello, Masha. Hope you are well. And welcome to everyone who's joined us for this festive show this evening on a different day for a change, because obviously tomorrow is Christmas Eve. Now, going to quickly ask the hosts. Obviously, Nev, I know what your answer is going to be to this, but Andy, finished for work now? Finished now? Is that it now for you? You know, no more.
Yes.
No more working.
Yes, I'm at home now until the 5th of January when I have to be in Gatwick.
Oh, very nice. And Nick?
Well, as I don't currently have a job at the moment, I'm very definitely finished. I have been since the end of October.
Now that is planning. I like that.
Yes, yeah, I still haven't finished wrapping all my presents, so I'm not sure what's gone wrong there.
How about you, Matt? Are you finished now for the festive season?
No, absolutely not. We finish at 3 o'clock tomorrow. I think you're the same, aren't you, Carlos? Is it something like that? Tomorrow we finish. Yeah. Taking us right up to the wire, aren't they? The Scrooges.
How about you, Alan? Have you wound up now for the festive season?
Well, I thought I had until about half an hour when I got an email notification saying I've got de-icing training to do before the 31st of December. So, yeah, apart from that one CBT course, I'm good to go until I'm back on shift on the 26th. So on Boxing Day night, I'm back on shift down the hangar for a couple of nights, and then I'm off until the new year.
Oh, blimey. And Nev, I mean, you're finished for
every day's the same, really. But just as I've got Alan with us, just a quick special announcement. Stephen Taylor was the winner of the fantastic book and calendar that Alan very kindly donated to us, and arrived safely in the Highlands and Islands of Scotland this week. So Stephen says thank you very much indeed.
Not a problem. Congratulations, Stephen. Well done. Hope you enjoy it.
Yeah, it's a great early Christmas present for him, he said. So thank you very much, Alan.
Perfect.
Can I also mention that I was happy to deliver the gift or the competition prize to Richard Adams over on the Isle of Wight a couple of weeks ago as well.
Lovely.
So, regular listener to the show, and I think he's in the chat room as well. So
hand delivered.
Really nice to meet Richard. It was an absolutely shockingly awful day with horrendous rain. But we had a nice chat, and it was really nice to meet him. So thanks for your support, Richard.
And thanks to everyone who's joined us for the live show tonight. Don't forget, if you're listening to us as an audio show, we are on YouTube on a Wednesday, normally at 7 o'clock, apart from tonight for the Christmas show. Subscribe to us on YouTube, and don't forget to hit that bell icon to be notified when we are live and recording brand new shiny episodes. Right, we've got loads of news to get through this week, including that Retro Airline ad of the week, which this week, as I said earlier, is a bit of a festive one this week, so it's one to look forward to. So, Matt, we have got some aviation news to go through, so if you are very ready, can you please press the button?
The captain has turned on the seatbelt light. Please take your seats and fasten your seatbelts.
Always something to worry about if you're flying an aircraft and haven't got a roll of speed tape handy. This one's on aerospaceglobalnews.com. Airbus A320 fuselage panel defect confirmed on in-service aircraft as EASA proposes inspections. EASA has confirmed that a manufacturing defect in forward fuselage skin panels may be present on some in-service A320neo aircraft, following an earlier indication that Airbus was grappling with an issue affecting in-production jets. This week, the European Union Aviation Safety Agency, EASA, published a proposed airworthiness directive that, if adopted, would require inspections on a defined subset of the A320neo fleet. Just weeks ago, the Airbus insiders disclosed that manufacturers were working through an issue with the fuselage in some in-production A320neo family aircraft. However, at the time, sources told Reuters that there are no immediate indications that the defect has reached aircraft in service. Under the proposed directive, EASA would require thickness measurements and structural inspections of certain forward fuselage skin panels on affected A319neos, A320neos, and A321neo aircraft. Operators would be expected to complete thickness mapping within months of the AD becoming effective, with accelerated checks proposed for aircraft that already carry certain temporary structural repairs. The inspections focus on skin panels installed in the forward fuselage section known as Section 12, an area of the airframe subject to repeated pressurization cycles and therefore tightly controlled from a structural perspective. The underlying concern is that some panels may not meet the original thickness specification, potentially reducing the margin available to absorb fatigue loads over time. EASA further divides the affected aircraft into two groups based on their structural history. Group 1 aircraft are those that already have carried approved structural repairs in the same forward fuselage area. The repairs are typically classified as Category C tasks under the Structural Repair Manual, or repairs embodied under Airbus's repair design approval forms. Category C repairs are temporary but approved solutions commonly used to address localized damage, such as dents or minor skin defects, and are a routine part of airline maintenance. On their own, such repairs are structurally sound. However, EASA's concern is the combined and repaired structure with a panel that may already be thinner than intended. And in the scenario, load paths can be altered and structural margins reduced more than originally accounted for in certain assumptions. The story does go on. But yes, a worry for Airbus. I'm sure some people have been slightly worried about this, but I think they've kind of nipping this in the bud sooner rather than later. And Andy, obviously you're a purveyor of the A320. Have you heard about or heard this story, obviously?
Yep. This is a section as well that's just behind the flight deck before the main forward door. I mean, every part apart from behind the pressure bulkheads is subject to pressurization anyway. They'll probably come up with a patch for this. They haven't said, from what I've seen, how shy of the thickness it should be. So they'll probably patch it initially, and then maybe later on in its service life, as it goes for a sort of C or D check, they might change the section. But it's good that they found it, and this follows on from the 320's recent issues with computer software that they sorted out very quickly as well. So it's best just to sort it out straight away, really.
Yeah, I take it that kind of that issue that we had a few weeks back with that software thing, that didn't affect you guys too much, Andy.
Well, we are the biggest operator of that fleet certainly in Europe, possibly the world, and we sorted it out very quickly. So yeah, it didn't cause too many issues. It was sorted by the next afternoon, really. Apart from a couple of airframes that needed hardware changing, and that's just a couple of extra days to sort that.
That's a few more extra 3.5-inch floppy disks.
Yeah, well, everything's USB now, Carlos. USB.
Oh, say grown up.
But very good. Right, moving on. Next, Nev, you were going on to the Boeing for this next story.
Yeah, I was just thinking about the 737 the other day, and I was looking at some live streams from Heathrow, and it's amazing how few 737s come in and out of Heathrow. it's incredibly low numbers, actually. But this is not about that. But I was just reminding myself of that fact when I was looking at it earlier on today. This is on simpleflying.com, and it says that the temper of a Mexican airline pilot reached boiling point on Friday when he decided to barricade himself inside the cockpit, refusing to operate the flight until he was fully paid. The situation unfolded with an aircraft full of passengers at Mexico's busiest airport. That's the City International Airport. Well, on board the 737, the pilot of the Mexican charter airline Magni Charters took to the loudspeaker of the aircraft, no, the public address system, I think they mean, to advise the passengers what he was planning on doing, whilst making numerous claims that the airline had not been paying him correctly, forcing the individual to take such drastic measures. Well, the situation was recorded by many who shared on social media, with the footage presenting the pilot at the front of the aircraft taking to the intercom to warn all the passengers on board about the action he was about to take. Once this speech was over, he then barricaded himself into the cockpit. And the affected flight is alleged to be that of UJ780, with the incident occurring at 3 p.m. local time, according to Flight Radar 24. Well, the pilot claimed that he'd not been paid correctly for up to 5 months. Further claims have also suggested that the individual had been fired. The Cancun Sun had since reported that it was a likely mix of both scenarios. The latter was reported claiming that the pilot was fired just before the flight, and instead of leaving gracefully, he decided to stage a standoff where he locked himself in the cockpit, demanding his final paycheck. Well, Magna Charters operates a handful of 30-year-old 737s which require continued financial investment and constant maintenance. Poor financial planning has plagued the airline, with previous allegations of challenging labour relations and delayed payment to creditors. The Mexican Navy and other federal authorities were subsequently called in to help manage the unfolding situation, where they were able to claim that the upset pilot, who was eventually able to de-escalate the situation and remove the individual from the cockpit. It goes on somewhat to go into some more detail. But now, I'm not an expert in union matters or employment law, but I think if he had a grievance with the airline, his thing would have been, best thing would have been not to have turned up for work in the first place, or perhaps got as far as the crew room and that was it. But to lock himself in the cockpit and making a public announcement over the PA to the passengers is probably a career ending move, I would have thought.
I guess it sounds sort of, essentially it's like a sort of attention seeking thing, I guess, isn't it? I guess that's why he's doing it. I mean, as you say, but I'm pretty sure there must have been other avenues of negotiation available than to do something so, I don't know, this sounds really wrong maybe to say this, but I'm gonna go for it anyway and say childish.
Yeah.
Well, it is very childish, but it's also technically a hijacking as well, which is not the wisest thing to do.
Yeah. That is going to upset some people, isn't it?
He may be annoyed that he hasn't been paid for a few months for whatever reason, but he's probably not going to be paid any more ever again as a pilot after this.
For any airline, I suspect.
Yeah. It's interesting as well. They operate a fleet of 3 737-300s.
300.
Gosh.
No wonder the company's hemorrhaging money maintaining those airframes, especially as they came from Southwest, where they must be very high on hours for Southwest to have disposed of them in the first place.
And fuel costs as well, I would imagine, on the 300s.
I did see the video of him doing his little speech at the front of the cabin as well. I don't know if you guys saw that.
Yeah.
He seemed particularly irate as well. And
but did you notice, I mean, the way he presented himself, with the top button undone of his shirt and his tie loose, I mean, it's not, it's not a good look, is it really? You've got to be a bit, if you're going to do it, for goodness sake, be a bit more professional about it.
Oh, so you tell me when I have to kick off like this, I must make sure my top button's done up, because I always forget to do that.
Every time.
Presentation is key.
I bet Alan has his top button done up all the time.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. No, I don't. Not going to lie. We wear flight suits anyway, so we don't wear shirts.
Oh, even better.
Yeah.
Plus, you don't have to worry about passengers, Alan.
Ah, passengers.
Yeah, we get some irate sensor operators in the back. They're probably I'd take passengers any day over them, shouting at us.
Can we call them by they are customers? They are not passengers. They are customers.
Customers.
Valued customers.
Yes.
Well, now steady. Let's not push our luck at valued.
I had to look up this Magni Charters thing. This airline here. They actually, you were saying about the 300, Andy. They used to operate the Dash 200 737, and they also had a 727 as well.
Well, this is modern equipment compared to that.
And they also had a 757-500, but went back to using the.
Sorry, a what?
That plane doesn't exist, I don't think.
737-500.
Yeah.
Not a 757-500.
No, 737-500. Yeah.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah,
I
the
mean-
500's a
The 500,
dinky little
yeah.
version.
Oh, was it? Ah.
Yes, I've done a couple of British Midland Dash 500s back in the day.
Rare as hen's teeth, they are,
Yeah.
man.
Yes, I remember flying on them with BMI Baby when Midland moved them over to Baby.
Yeah, yeah.
Is that the one that went into Kegworth? Was it the 737-500?
No, that was a
No,
400.
that was a 300. Oh,
Was
sorry,
it?
this
Okay.
was 400, yeah.
It was a 400 that went into Kegworth. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it was
I just
brand
knew it
new.
was a new type because they had issues with the air conditioning changed from the left engines to the right engines. That's all I remember, and I was wondering,
Yeah.
was that the one?
Andy, I have to ask the question. Behind you, I can see a fabulous arcade machine. I need to know what the game is that's on it, please.
It's Street Fighter 2.
Oh, classic.
Nice.
Oh, do you know, a holiday in Cap Dag, and all of my pocket money went into feeding one of the machines, but I did complete it. It took me 3.5 days of my holiday, but I did complete it.
This is free play, mate. Anytime you come round, it's free to play.
Oh, that's it. You'll lose me for the whole day.
Right, Nick, we're going to sort of your end of the country, really, with this one, aren't we?
Yep, back down at my the pointy end, and this one's from flyer.co.uk, and it's the headline is NHS drones to fly between Cornwall and the Isles of Scilly. So a drone service delivering NHS samples and supplies between the Cornish mainland and the Isles of Scilly have been announced. Open Skies Network and Cornwall Partnership NHS Foundation Trust have agreed the NHS medical drone delivery service in a multi-year partnership. Initially, this will include delivery of things like pathology samples and medical supplies across the region. And in future, they say they will be able to explore the potential to use piloted electric aircraft for medical transport. Testing flights and infrastructure upgrades have been going on this year, and the team is aiming for a regular official service to be up and running towards the end of 2026. Gareth Watmore, CEO at Open Skies Network, said, "From drone deliveries of testing kits and PPE during COVID to the first long-haul and intra-island medical drone operations, our previous work in Cornwall has led UK capability for the NHS when it comes to drone-enabled healthcare logistics. That previous work includes trials funded by the UK Research and Innovation Future Flight Challenge Programme." Councillor Averil Mumford, lead member for Adults and Public Health at the Council for the Isles of Scilly, said, "This is exciting news for everyone on the islands, as our community often faces significant time and cost barriers when accessing health and care services. Open Skies Network, a commercial company with a base at Newquay Airport, has already developed a shared space airspace concept of operations partnership with the UK CAA and local aerodromes in the southwest for drone operations." I think we covered a little bit about that last week. But yeah, that looks like a really sensible use for drone operations, doesn't it? I think I've never actually been across to the Isles of Scilly. Has anyone here been there?
No, not yet. It's
No,
on the
same.
bucket list. Yeah.
Yeah, same. I think from memory, it's kind of 10 or 15 miles or so offshore from Land's End. So yeah, and although there are regular flights going across with the Skybus service, I think they're operating Twin Otters. Yeah, it kind of makes sense for there to be an ability to be able to move stuff across quickly and easily and efficiently, I guess, cost effectively, for medical things where there might be a bit of a time element involved. So yeah, seems like quite a sensible operation to me.
Perhaps we should have this over our neck of the woods, Matt. It would make Gemma's job a bit easier.
It would. I do think this is the way forward. They're a very cool drone, by the way. That doesn't scream. That does look like doesn't scream at me that it's a drone. It looks like a small little. It looks more like a shuttlecraft, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's really cool.
It wouldn't look out of place on the Starship Enterprise, I don't think. Coming out of a cargo bay.
Be nice to have my prescription delivered that way, rather than having to go into town.
Okay. Oh, Carlos, I need to introduce you to the world of postal delivery of your prescription. It is the future.
Oh, blimey!
Oh no, it's brilliant here. It's brilliant here.
And it'll only take 3 weeks to get there.
Yeah, 5 days. To be fair, it's pretty good here.
Okay.
We're quite lucky. It's been using it for a while. Anyway, shows
I
my
feel
age.
like this kind of thing could work really well in the Outer Hebrides and Shetlands and places like that, couldn't it? Because especially with Scotland, there's an awful lot of islands and people that are living in quite remote areas where it could actually be quite tricky to get to them. Feels like there could be some pretty significant opportunities for this.
Yes, the perfect use for it. This is far better than using it for blooming Amazon shopping and stuff like that. Use it for actual good.
Yep.
Yeah.
I gotta say, guys, I got my coffee delivered by drone about 2 weeks ago, and I didn't believe it until it arrived, piping hot. And
What?
yeah, honestly, there's a crowd in Dublin, and they're doing serious movements. They have about 8 drones operating at any one time. They've done 3 different trials now, and they're out doing anything from McDonald's to Krispy Kreme donuts to coffee. It's incredible.
Well, I do remember a while back, of course, because we were very lucky to attend the drone show. Was it not February, but the February before, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And one of the things that was so spectacular about that is they were talking about the fact that Ireland's airspace was very much a test bed for these kind of drone operations. So it's actually quite exciting to hear that sort of almost coming into fruition. I know from when we were there, they were saying it was imminent. And sort of coming in the next 12 months. And although they missed that target slightly, I think, I can't. It's incredible to hear it's still working. I mean, how does it keep it hot? Is there a hot reservoir that it's,
I didn't see inside it, Matt. It literally just arrived over the house, and a little winch comes down with 2 hot coffees and leaves them in your garden, and then just kind of the winch just gets cut and the door closes and off it flies again, off to back to base. It's insane. And I'd seen them taking off. There's a couple of big shopping centres in West Dublin, and it's remarkable because it's very near to the approach for runway 10 right in Dublin. It's only about, I'd say, 3 or 4 miles, but they've gotten approval to operate not above 500 feet. And these drones are literally, you're in the shopping centre and there's like 3 of them holding over the car parks, and then they're kind of going in, collecting their whatever takeaway and lifting off and going, and you just see them hovering off into the distance. It's incredible.
That's crazy.
That's cool technology.
That is pretty damn cool. I
Yeah,
like
it's cool.
that.
Whoever thought that all this amazing technology would be used to deliver lukewarm chips?
Now.
Tell you what, don't knock it till you've tried it, Andy. I don't know. It beats a delivery guy on a bike, which takes about 3/4 of an hour to an hour and a half, depending on how busy they are. But yeah, this thing arrived within about 20 minutes. Like I said, the coffee was, it tasted like I'd driven home from the local cafe, but not like it'd been in a drone for 10 minutes flying across the skies of Dublin,
That's
Brilliant.
good stuff.
It's cool.
So visions of doing your shopping in the middle of a high street and having some massive cup of coffee drop down and hit you on the head.
That's a lawsuit waiting to happen.
I don't suppose you got a video of it, Alan.
Yeah, I got a video of it taking off. I didn't get one of it landing because I actually didn't believe that it could arrive so quickly. So I was sitting there. Next thing, I'm just told, I just see the coffee kind of floating down in my back garden, and I was like, "Whoa, that was really fast," So
That's amazing.
Yeah, I sent a video so you can see it taking off. I got a video last December. I was out in Blanchardstown, which is one of the local shopping centres. It's a big shopping centre in West Dublin, and I'll take a video of it taking off. But like I said, this thing came into my back garden within about 20 minutes of me ordering it, with 2 coffees and ready to go. It's incredible, like. I must order it again and stand in the back garden when I click the order button, and get a video of it delivering.
And does it have a Mode C transponder so you can follow it on Flight Radar 24 as well?
Now we're
No,
talking.
I don't think so. No ADS-B, no Mode C. I think that's where the issues will come when the Aer Lingus 320s are taking off and they've got a couple of McDonald's chips orders causing it to get a TCAS, TA or A.
Traffic.
McDonald's.
Oh, it's
Closest
so
I've
good.
come
I'll
is
send you the video now.
is the delivery robots in Milton Keynes, where you can get stuff delivered from the local co-op, and they trundle along the roads, and that's quite weird seeing them sort of driving along the pavements autonomously, because it feels a bit like you're in the future.
God, if our local kebab shop done that, I'd be
no.
man, that'd be so good.
If you forward it on, Carlos, I'll try and get it on before the end of the next story.
Yeah.
So we'll come back to this in a moment.
Andy,
Yes.
next story is for you. I hope this doesn't make you too jealous, because someone's getting something that you haven't on the 320.
Oh, here we go.
Well, you clearly haven't read the whole story, my friend.
Oh, okay.
This is from flightglobal.com, and Lufthansa Group to upgrade A320 family jets with 4D trajectory-based navigation capability. Lufthansa Group is committing to upgrading over 130 A320 family jets with the advanced navigation system already being delivered on new-build A320neos in its fleet. The company opted last year to take the FAN-C technology on new aircraft, which is intended to support trajectory-based operations through a version of ADS-C known as Extended Projected Profile, or EPP. It will provide the capability to transmit real-time 4D flight path information from the flight management system to air traffic control. This enables the aircraft to adapt its routes and operate more efficiently, reducing fuel burn. Based on this more precise information about the extended flight path of an aircraft, air traffic control can manage airspace more efficiently and optimize the aircraft's route, said Lufthansa's group. It says it will retrofit 134 Airbus aircraft with FAN-C from next year. While there is a requirement for new build aircraft to be delivered with the technology from 2028, the company says the retrofit of all the jets is the next logical step for the fleet. With the complete retrofitting of its existing A320 aircraft, the Lufthansa Group is exceeding legal requirements, it adds, pointing out that it will have nearly 200 compatible aircraft in 2028. Lufthansa Group is engaged in cooperation to expand the use of the technology across European airspace, including trials in French airspace. It's already used for air traffic control in the Maastricht upper airspace region. Retrofit of our Airbus A320 fleet is a strong sign of innovation and responsibility, says Lufthansa Group's Chief Technology Officer, Grazia Vittadini. Only if all partners in the industry make their systems fit for the future in time will Europe soon be able to benefit from a better connected and more sustainable airspace. Airbus delivered the first A320 family jet equipped with FAN-C technology to budget airline EasyJet in 2019. The carrier was part of a broad trial program involving 6 other airlines. EasyJet revealed in August this year that it completed the retrofit of FAN-C on 54 aircraft and was still taking delivery of new build airframes with the technology installed. It claimed that the capability had saved 334 tons of fuel from Maastricht operations since 2019. Technologies like FAN-C are not only essential for the modernisation of airspace, they will be critical in helping deliver meaningful reductions in fuel, carbon emissions and noise pollution, says Chief Operating Officer David Morgan. To maximise the potential of these technologies, it is crucial that airspace reform is finally delivered, and this means more direct routes to help reduce congestions and delays. So do we know how this works? Have you seen this before?
No. Explain, Andy.
So the technology involved here, it basically sends all of the data from the FMGS to air traffic control to show them our entire route and where we're going. And they can look ahead and then go, well, we can cut that corner because there's no projected traffic at that time. We can send them direct to here, X, Y, and Z. So because the traditional airway system still in a lot of countries requires that you file a route that may not be a straight line, it may go around and jink here left, right and centre, they have the option now to look at our route and go, well, we can cut straight across that bit, cut that bit off. So it does save a lot of time and fuel, especially with big airlines like EasyJet that have got hundreds of aircraft flying through Maastricht airspace every day at the moment, can save a fortune.
Amazing.
Why fans C?
Oh, it's so there was fans B. So fans, I can't remember exactly what it stands for. It's Future Air Navigation System. There was the B version before, but now C's the current version. So it's just the next iteration. You know, like USB A, B, C. It's just like the next version.
So is this like a different screen on the flight deck, Andy, or is it incorporated into what you currently see on the screen?
We see no difference. We log on to the system via the air traffic service unit built into the data link system, and then it connects to the system and starts transmitting all the data and stuff like that. But there's nothing different on the flight deck.
Oh, very interesting. And it's all done over wireless or through the airwaves?
Through the VHF data link system.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Nice.
Interesting.
Nice. Okay. Going back to what we were talking about a moment ago, Alan has very kindly sent us his video. And here we go. You'll love this, Nev. It's in proper format as
I
well.
would expect nothing else from our fellow.
There we go.
So myself and my daughter went out, and there's a burrito place behind there you can see, but there's a block of takeaways, and this crowd Mana.aero, I think is what they're called. They've been operating for around 7 or 8 years. Originally they planned to send drones out to the islands dropping medical supplies and taking blood samples back from GPs onto the mainland, but the initial approval they've gotten is actually for doing takeaway deliveries, and from, like I said, the movements that they've got are incredible every year.
Do you say that's your back garden?
No, it's not my backyard. No. This arrived. No, this was. I saw this last year when I was dropping my daughter to an ice skating. I just saw this the coming in and landing, and I was like, "What's going on there?" And next thing I see these like 8 little drone landing pads, and I took that video. I didn't get a chance to take it when it landed when it came down to my back garden. So yeah, I didn't get a chance. I'll have to get another order and record it for the show next year.
Is that? It looked about the size of a turkey. Would you say it was about that size or bigger?
A lot bigger. A lot bigger. I'd say it was about the size of a 20-kilo suitcase, to be honest. It was substantial. Wow. Even I think the propeller blades were, I think, about maybe a foot to 18 inches in diameter, and there was 4 of them. So it was impressive. Like, and they were literally coming in and landing, and there was people preparing orders, putting them into these little metal hard cases, slotting it into the bottom, and then 20 seconds later the blades would start, and the little beacon would start, and the positioning lights, and it would be gone. You know, it was incredible how busy they were.
And they're autonomous.
I'm not sure how the system works, Andy, but yeah, they are autonomous. I could do a little bit more research and come back to you in the new year. It was only when we were talking about it, I was like, yeah, we've got that in Dublin already, and they're really busy.
Well, I'm sure PT UK can order you a coffee specially to be delivered, to try and get some footage. It's just bonkers.
Research.
Yeah.
It's for research.
Research, absolutely.
Research purposes. I like it.
Yeah, definitely.
Exactly.
Yeah, amen to that.
Delivered straight to your lap.
Oh, no,
I don't know about that, because I don't know if I trust it that much.
That'd be very hot and uncomfortable.
I'm happy with it landing in the garden and me going and collecting it, to be honest, instead of the landing on the lap in case there's any, it cuts it from about 5 feet.
Yeah, I mean, there's the blades for a start. I mean,
I'm more worried about the piping hot coffee in certain areas.
Yeah. I just love the whole takeaway part of this. If you could actually, because I'm not going to lie, most of our takeaway places in our local village here are pretty rubbish. And they are. And to drive to a decent takeaway is probably Harleston. What's that? 10 minutes, 12 minutes away ish.
Yeah, potentially.
And which a drone could probably do it in half the time or.
True. That is true. Yeah.
But I suppose it's very dependent on weather, I'd imagine, Alan, because obviously you can't have a force 9 gale and have your McDonald's fries flying through the sky.
Yeah, again, I'm not sure of the details. Like, what is there a crosswind limit for the actual, landing of the takeaway in someone's garden? I'm not sure of what the limits are. I'll find out and I'll come back to you, because it got me interested. Now, I saw it, and it was only when I saw that they were delivering to my area, I said, I must try that just to give it a go. And next thing,
I have visions of a glass of Pinot Grigio going through the sky on its way to Nev's.
Beautifully chilled, obviously, on its way to Castle Bounds.
It's actually a minimum order of a bottle. They don't do it by the glass, unfortunately.
Very sensible. Very sensible. Yeah.
Right, Matt, you've got the next story. It's a question that it's been asked for so many years. It's one of those questions that'll, I think, be asked forever.
And, I like to say that I understand technology, and even I sit there thinking, I'm not sure. Aerospace Global News is the source on this one.
Bod Nandy, sorry.
And the headline is Airplane Mode. Is it really still important to switch off devices in flight? In such a massively connected world, the idea of turning off phones, tablets or laptops while on an aircraft can feel outdated. With options for connecting via in-flight Wi-Fi increasingly available, it is easy to wonder if it's really necessary. Many commercial aircraft used by airlines today were designed decades ago at the time. Mobile phones were not widespread, and aircraft were certified under standards that did not account for hundreds of wireless devices operating at the same time. Not all personal devices are treated the same. Devices used by flight crews, such as iPads loaded with operational software, undergo rigorous testing before being allowed on board. Even these vetted devices must be placed in airplane mode during flight to prevent potential interference with other systems, highlighting how seriously airlines take this precaution. At first glance, in-flight Wi-Fi seems to contradict the need for airplane mode. After all, if passengers are encouraged to connect to the internet at 35,000 feet, why can't they simply leave their phones and tablets fully active? The key difference lies in how devices communicate. In-flight Wi-Fi systems are designed specifically for use on board aircraft and operate on frequencies and power levels that are carefully controlled, shielded and tested to work alongside aircraft avionics. When a device connects to onboard Wi-Fi, it communicates with an internal network installed and certified for aviation use, not with ground-based mobile phone towers. The risk is especially significant during critical phases of flight, such as landings in low visibility conditions. Advanced automated landing systems, known as autolands, rely on precise navigation and sensor data. Even minor electromagnetic interference from personal devices can pose a risk to avionics. One mobile phone on its own might not generate enough electromagnetic interference to pose a serious threat to an aircraft's systems. However, when you multiply that by the number of passengers on a typical commercial flight, often 180 or more, the situation soon changes. Suddenly you have hundreds of devices all transmitting signals to nearby cell towers at the same time, creating a significant concentration of electromagnetic radiation within the cabin. This cumulative interference has the potential to affect sensitive aircraft systems, including radios that pilots use to communicate with air traffic control, navigation systems, the instruments that guide the plane's trajectory, and even fire detection systems. While the risk from a single device is very small, the combined effect of many active devices increases the likelihood of disruptions. For this reasons, airlines continue to insist that passengers either power off their device completely or switch them to airplane mode. It's a simple precaution, but one that effectively minimises the chance of interference and helps maintain the safety and integrity of the aircraft's essential systems throughout the flight. And I guess that's true, isn't it? Because the mobile phone, the now 4G and 5G services are obviously searching for Wi-Fi in a very different, or searching for a connection in a very different way to Wi-Fi, isn't it? And it's looking for towers that the phone will transmit quite a powerful signal in the search for a signal from a tower. And I guess that's the difference, isn't it? Because Wi-Fi itself, as it says, is it's using certain frequencies, to minimise impact and thoroughly testing and stuff. But
the professional audio world's had quite a problem with this as well, because they've changed all the frequencies over the years for radio mics and in-ear monitoring systems. So if you're in one of the London theatres or the big capital city theatres, you have got a hell of a problem with sort of frequency management generally. then you've got 300 or 500 or more people in the theatre, all with their own devices. And even when they are not actually on the same frequencies, there are harmonics and sidebands and all sorts of weird stuff that can go off. However, all that does is give the audio engineers a bit of a problem. It's not a critical phase of flight, and that's the big difference.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And of course they're not clean, are they? This is the trouble, isn't it, Nev? Because the devices are not. What people don't realise is a lot of those signals. So the majority of the signal goes down a particular band, but you always get that sort of fluctuation, isn't it? And it's that fluctuation out of the band which is what's causing the risk to the aircraft and also to the thing. It's like been recently having to deal with some Ofcom bits and pieces about FM broadcasts, and you have to have it smack bang in the band of 76 for our particular frequency there, and any modulation of more than about 5% is like will shut you down. That's how seriously they take it, and it's just it's people just don't realise, do they, the noise that their device is making in the atmosphere.
And it's that noise that's the issue here. Well, firstly, it's not airlines that stipulate this, by the way, it's regulation, particularly in Europe. Regulators say this is what has to happen, because that interference can make the avionics think that it's on a signal that it isn't. So on an ILS system, it has things called lobes, and there's different lobes that it can latch onto, and you can capture false glide slopes, stuff like that. And if you've got all of these devices, like it says 180 devices, trying to find a tower and giving off all of that extra interference on the side, like you just lovely said there, Matt, it can cause havoc with the avionics system in the most critical phase of flight, where it's trying to automatically land on that 45 meter wide bit of tarmac, which is not that big, really, is it?
No.
So that's why it is how it is.
I've certainly been on 2 BA flights in the last 3 or 4 years, probably, where we did Cat 3 approaches, and the captain came over the PA and asked us all to turn our phones physically off, and they were checked by the cabin crew as well. You had to present your phone to them to say that the phone was well and truly off.
We do the PA as the captain does the P&L, but I don't think we go as far as actually physically checking them.
Just out of interest, Nev, I don't know if you saw at all, were there many who had disobeyed the instruction where the cabin crew had to ask for it to be turned off again?
I don't think so, no. I think people, understand if they're being given instruction by the commander of the aircraft, and then they're being checked. Now, I can think of a well-known podcast in America where this argument went absolutely, it split the presenters in two, where one gentleman was saying, no, you can leave it on all the time, doesn't matter, doesn't make any difference. And there was another British presenter who was adamant that you should be turning it off in
interesting
in autoland conditions. And I still think I'm on the side of that British presenter at the moment, because there's no doubt about it. These phones put out a lot of energy, and as Andy and as you said, Matt, it's the harmonics and it's the sideband stuff. And is it easy? I'll ask Alan and Andy this. Is it easy to detect a false capture of the glide slope?
Oh, very good question.
Yeah. For me, it's happened to me once, and it was only from checking the charts that I noticed, no, we're not descending where we should be descending. We were about 5 miles away. I was like, right, let's just hold our platform altitude until a number that looks a lot more realistic, whatever, around 9 miles, 3,000 feet, whatever it's meant to be. That's why the importance of using your plates and your charts and having a really solid brief before you start the approach and descent, so you can kind of, hang on, something's not right there.
Absolutely right, Alan. And you need to sense check it as well as you go. Everything in aviation is 3 times table, and on an ILS it's 300 feet per mile. So just do a quick maths in your head. That's the elevation of the aerodrome. This is where I am. Where should I be if I capture it? And in my role now, I see a lot of the incidents and things like that. And we've had cases where people have been capturing the glide slope twice the height they should be at like 6 miles and just going with it. And they've been descending at 1,500 feet per minute on the glide slope and wondering why they weren't slowing down. If you're overloaded, it's very easy just to look at the PFD and go, looks good, let's crack on. When all of the other numbers that you should really be thinking about and the other indications you should be looking at are telling you, this is not right at all. So it can be very insidious.
Completely.
Wow.
Like you said, Andy, the sanity check is what we call it. It's sanity check.
Yeah.
Does that look right? Does that look right?
And sometimes it can look right and it's still not right.
You're right. You're right.
Dig out your whiz wheel, I think.
It's too late for that.
I
You're
can't
kind of into the
remember how to
final
use one of
stages.
them.
Yeah, you wouldn't be doing
Way
the whiz
too
wheel
late.
that close. That's why you do it half an hour beforehand, so you're fully prepared and you're kind of ready for what's about to happen. If you're taking out your whiz wheel to kind of start your corrections and working out the kind of the numbers where you should be at 15 miles, is a big problem.
Oh, blimey. That thing gave me so many bloody headaches when I was learning to fly the whiz wheel. Not going to lie.
Yeah, I can't remember how to use one. Not a clue anymore.
Right,
No
Nev,
comment.
you've got the next story and runway expansions here.
Yes, I like them, but the residents don't. This is on bbc.co.uk, and it says the airport's runway expansion plan could create an eyesore. Campaigners have described an airport's plan to extend its runway onto a small section of common open space as a land grab. Bristol Airport wants to install rows of landing lights and fencing on Felton Common at the eastern end of the runway to accommodate new long-haul routes to America and the Middle East. Campaign group Bristol Airport Action Network, known as BAN, has described the plan as a land grab, whilst Winford Parish Council, who owns the common, warned that the unnatural lights would be an eyesore and could harm wildlife. An airport spokesman said it will review all of the comments and publish a report when planning application is submitted in early 2026. Residents and politicians have had 6 weeks to voice their concerns and views during a consultation which ends later. Last year, the airport announced its master plan to 2040, detailing its long-term vision to provide long-haul flights to destinations such as the Middle East and the east coast of America. To accommodate long-haul aircraft, it needs to relocate the existing approach lights and install additional safety features at the end of the runway. An airport spokesman said the lighting will be positioned in small parcels of land, about 0.45% of the total area of the common, allowing for people to continue to use the vast majority of the open space. Well, BAN has urged residents to voice their concerns about the expansion, but Winsford Parish Council has strongly objected to the proposals, external, which it claims represents a total lack of understanding by the airport as to the significance of the common to the community. Council leaders claim that the continuous light emissions will not only drive wildlife away, but will negatively impact residents. They also claim that the increased noise and vibrations from aircraft will have a detrimental effect on grazing cattle. An airport spokesman said it recognised the impact that the lighting columns will have on the common, but they will be painted grey to reduce their visual impact, and the runway lights will be constant, not flashing or strobing. They added that an initial assessment also found that the change in noise levels from arriving aircraft will be less than the human ear can detect, whilst departing aircraft will be able to take advantage of the slightly longer runway and use less thrust. Now, if I remember correctly, Bristol Airport is just over 2,000 metres long, which is on the shortish side for even the current stuff that they're doing, I would imagine, let alone trying to do Middle East or US operations from a runway that short. What do you think?
It's a similar length to Luton and Leeds, because all three were designed for the same purpose. Crosswind and foggy training for the RAF. To me, this is just a simple case. If they want to move the lights to the other side of the main road, so that they can extend the runway, which will make things, as it says there, quieter for takeoff because you could use lower thrust settings, and just generally make it a bit safer. But this is a bit of NIMBYism, really, isn't it?
Yeah. Is there a displaced threshold at Bristol, or I don't think there is.
No.
Is there, actually? No.
No, there's not enough room for that.
I was going to say, I was just looking at the photo, but there's not enough room to do that, is there? So,
No.
yes. But I mean, Bristol does quite well, actually, considering the runway length that it's got.
Yeah.
But I've seen some spectacular crosswind landings into Bristol as well on the various streaming services as well. But
I've done a few there myself, and it's not for the faint-hearted, that airport, at the best of times.
Yeah.
It's on the
But this
top
can
of the
only be
hill, isn't
good.
it? If I remember.
Yeah. Like I said, like Leeds and Luton, all on top of a hill, always windy, always gets fogged out.
Yeah.
Not the best place to have an airport, really, for commercial operations. Great for training, but this is what was left after. Filton would have been a far better option to expand there, but it was too built up around it in the end, and then they had to close it. And this is what Bristol have got. I don't see how this has that much of an impact. It's just people saying, no, don't do it.
Yeah, and I bet those people who, jumping on the box of soap here, I bet those people who moan about this are the very people who will quite happily go and book a flight and fly out of Bristol to Spain or wherever they fly to in Europe and have a holiday and utilise the airport.
More than likely.
Just saying.
And just a fact there again, it's 0.45% of the total area of the common they want to use here for lights.
Yeah, it's not a lot, is it?
No.
Right. Alan, you've got the next one. And like the look of this.
I do indeed, Carlos. So this one comes from airtime.aero, and for 2025, I'd actually like to award the most clunky acronym to Leonardo, and we'll hear more about this in the story. So title is Leonardo completes the first flight of next generation tilt rotor aircraft. So Leonardo have announced that it has successfully completed the first flight of its, are you ready for it? Next generation civil tilt rotor technology demonstrator, or NGCT or TD. There we go. A project that it is conducting together with the Clean Aviation Joint Undertaking Programme of the European Union. This maiden flight took place on December 19th, 2025, so a few days ago, at Leonardo's facility in Cascina Costa di Samarate near Milan Malpensa International Airport in Italy. Launched in 2015, the Next Generation Civil Tilt Rotor, or NGCTR program, aims to develop a tilt rotor aircraft which combines vertical takeoff and landing capabilities of a helicopter with the horizontal flight performance of a fixed wing aircraft. Sounds very similar to something that we all know. Technology demonstrator targets a cruise speed of 280 knots, which is around 520 kilometers an hour, and a range of approximately 1,000 nautical miles, or 1,850 kilometers, opening up a number of potential uses in both the civilian and military spheres. The program also focuses on delivering an environmentally efficient performance, which is a major reason it has been funded by Clean Sky 2, a core initiative of European Horizon 2020 program. The NGCTR TD also aims to develop critical airspace capabilities in Europe, bringing together 85 industrial partners across the supply chain from 15 different countries. Interestingly, Leonardo has long had its tilt rotor program, the AW609. Development of this clean sheet tilt rotor, which has been designed primarily with civilian market in mind, started in late 90s, and the first prototype flew in 2003. The development process, however, has been rather lengthy and not without challenges. As of December 2025, the AW609 has not completed its certification process. The Next Generation Civil Tilt Rotor, NGCTR, draws heavily from the learnings of the AW609 program and uses the same fuselage. However, the new tilt rotor incorporates 5 new technologies which contribute to a more efficient flight profile and reduce the aircraft's environmental footprint. A remarkable difference with the AW609 is the presence on the NGCTR of fixed engines. This compares to the AW609, in which the engines and rotors tilted together, instead of the NGCTR TD, uses a split gearbox system, which allows it to keep its engine fixed and move its propellers independently. So around 20 patents have derived from the work on the NGCTR. So a good story for businesses around Europe. I know Leonardo, like Airbus, are really, really good at promoting manufacturers from all corners of the European Union and the UK. So it's a good story. We just wish we had Armando here to tell us a little bit more about the the tiltrotor variants he's flown.
It looks weird with just the rotor section tilting and not all the engines as we used to see.
Yeah, I was thinking that earlier. It's like they're almost lifted up in the front of the nacelle and kind of left everything else there.
Yeah.
I imagine less moving parts is easier to maintain, and there's less strain on the wing root. So,
but are you losing some thrust there though from the exhaust as well, though?
Yeah, you'd imagine, wouldn't you? It's a good point actually, because the exhaust stays horizontal out the back, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, it does.
Definitely an interesting looking aircraft.
It has definitely got an Osprey look about it, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But I guess they had to make theirs different so that it wasn't the Osprey.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it would just be the Osprey.
Yeah.
I'm kind of
Look
curious
at
to know
Dornier as
what the kind of use case is for this, though. You know, what's its unique selling point that a helicopter can't do?
Yeah, it's a good question because it won't. A helicopter can get into far more places than that big thing can.
Yeah, and I think it said a range of about 1,000 miles. I mean, I'm guessing there must be helicopters that can do that, and there must be helicopters that can probably seat a similar amount of people. I guess it's slightly faster than a helicopter.
280 knots is quite fast, isn't it?
Yeah. It basically turns into a fixed-wing aircraft once it's going forward. So, yeah, that'll be far faster and more efficient than a helicopter. But still, I don't fancy flying on one.
No, me neither.
Got to be honest.
Yeah, and we'll talk a bit more about reliability issues with the Osprey a bit later. But yeah, I can't help but feel a little bit sceptical.
Yeah, it's like every time I've ever flown a helicopter or flown one, because I've had a few goes in a helicopter, when it's in the hover, it's at that point I realise there's thousands of spinning parts that are keeping me in the air. Whereas in a fixed-wing aircraft, if all of that failed, I've still got physics on my side. I can just glide.
Still got a wing. Yeah. All you need in a helicopter is for one small bearing to fail, and you're dead.
Yeah,
and that's it. You know, and you're just a dead weight in the air, aren't you? So
there's always auto rotation, but that's as long as the bearings are still in one piece.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Right. Matt, you've got the next story, and note if you're travelling over the festive period.
Yes, absolutely. I should just say my mum actually posted hers before she flew out today to avoid essentially what we're going to be talking about here. Brits, it's mirror.co.uk is the source on this one, and Brits flying over Christmas should take note of airline rules on presents and crackers. Plane passengers travelling over the Christmas period should take note that there are some airline rules that could mean you have to ditch your presents. Brits heading abroad this Christmas to see family and friends should keep in mind that some airlines' rules are often catch people out during the festive period, from banned items to liquid restrictions. Christmas crackers are banned by some airlines because they fall under the dangerous and explosive items. EasyJet is an exception as it lets you bring sealed boxes into your cabin bag, but most airlines, including British Airways and Virgin Atlantic, restrict this to checked luggage, provided the crackers are in their original sealed boxes. Some airlines, such as Ryanair, ban them altogether. Always check with your airline direct, as these rules can change. Wrapped presents may feel like an efficient way to prepare for your trip, but if you take them in hand luggage, you may be asked to unwrap them at airport security. You can place wrapped gifts in the hold, but again, security may carry out additional checks on your bag and open them, so that it might be worth wrapping your gifts when you get to your destination instead. Toys may seem innocuous, but if they do look like a weapon, toy guns for example, you won't be allowed to take them in the cabin. It's worth noting that if you put them in your hold luggage, again, your bag may be scanned for additional checks. Don't forget about the 100 milliliter liquid restriction. These not only apply to toiletries and drinks, but also to the likes of jams and marmalades if you're planning to take these with you. Oh, and don't forget, or don't get caught out if you're packing a snow globe. These also need to be in the 100 milliliter restriction unless you pack it in your hold luggage. As for Christmas food, check the rules for your chosen destination, as some countries won't let you bring in the likes of dairy or meat products, so you could risk some hefty fines if you're caught bringing them in. Sound advice, I would say.
Especially since we've left Europe.
Yeah.
All of those apply to us as well.
Indeed.
But my one question is, who on earth is still buying people toy guns for Christmas?
And snow globes. Although I must admit, I do love a snow globe. I have to be honest. That is one of the things that still amuses me. Do you know, my birthday very recently, and do you know the best present that I got, which was off Mum? It was a tiny little, and it was only this big. It must have been, a couple of inches in size at least, and it was a box, and it was literally like a little music box that you wound the handle and it played Happy Birthday. And that I played with that more than I have any other toy that I got on my birthday.
That's pretty cool. To be fair, my wife Ruth got caught out by this last week. She was in Heathrow visiting an airline based in Heathrow, shall we say, and they gave her a gift, and she went back to check in the flight to fly back up north. Didn't think about it at all. As she went through security, they went, "What's in this package?" And she went, "I don't actually know."
Oh, no.
They had to open it up there at that point, and thankfully it was just a candle. But she was like, "Oh, I didn't even think about it." So I can see why a lot of people get caught out by this.
Yeah, crackers I can definitely see. I mean, I always rate the how good a cracker is by how good the bang is.
The crack is, yes, absolutely.
Yeah, the crack, yeah.
Yeah, indeed.
Now, have you got your crackers sorted out for this year?
No, I haven't. No, I've let. We had some at the Christmas party that were rubbish at best.
Go on. We've got 3 sets of crackers this year.
Ooh.
And when you crack them all, each one creates a board game. So we've got Cluedo, Monopoly, and Trivial Pursuit.
Oh.
Cross
That's quite a good set of crackers. We got these at Lidl as well.
Ah, yes.
There you
can't go wrong with that. Yeah.
There you go.
Amen.
Right, Nev, you have got the next story, and we're looking at the top 10 best airports in 2025.
Yeah, this is in the category of airports that handle over 70 million passengers. And it's on aviationatoz.com. And it says that in a post-pandemic world where air travellers bounce back stronger than ever, the world's busiest airports are not just characterised by volume, but how well they handle it. From seamless passenger experiences and innovative facilities to connectivity and sustainability, the best airports 2025 in the 70-plus million passenger category highlight those that stand on top of their game whilst handling staggering traffic volumes. And here are the top 10. It's, number 1 is Tokyo Haneda Airport. Often overshadowed by its more glamorous international peers, Tokyo Haneda Airport has risen to become the world's leading major airport in 2025. Japan's premier international and domestic gateway, Haneda, now hosts over 85 million passengers annually. And despite these numbers, it remains famous for timeliness, cleanliness, and operational efficiency. What truly sets the airport apart is its laser-like attention to customer satisfaction. In 2025, it introduced AI-powered wayfinding and implemented biometric gates across all terminals, continuing to enhance the travel experience. Number 2 is in South Korea. It's Incheon International Airport. It's been one of the world's top airports consistently, and in 2025, it still maintains its position at the top. With annual traffic booming at over 71 million passengers, Incheon combines Korean hospitality with cutting-edge technology. Its latest Terminal 2 expansion, completed earlier this year, increased the airport's capacity whilst introducing state-of-the-art automation, including autonomous baggage carts and smart security scanners. Number 3, surprisingly, I have to say, is Paris Charles de Gaulle. Not one of my favourite airports, for many reasons. However, it says that it's undergone a remarkable transformation in the last few years. With more than 70 million passengers now travelling through each year, Charles de Gaulle benefits from the recovery of Air France and a booming transatlantic and European network. Well, the upgraded Terminal 1 and Terminal 2E at the airport have significantly improved passenger flow and ambience. In 2025, Charles de Gaulle introduced a single gate management system and automated booking gates across all Schengen and non-Schengen zones. Number 4, Dubai International Airport, DXB, remains a colossus of international travel, welcoming over 90 million travellers in 2025. It's the home base of Emirates, of course, and it provides unbeatable worldwide connectivity, particularly between Europe, Asia and Africa. DXB's Terminal 3, the world's largest airport terminal, continues to awe with high-end lounges, smart immigration gates and super efficient baggage systems. In 2025, the airport also launched an immersive entertainment zone with VR travel pods and Arabic cultural exhibits. Number 5, Istanbul Airport. That is enormous, an incredible place. I'd love to go and see that. But it's quite possibly the world's most ambitious aviation project, and its 2025 performance indicates it's delivering on the promise. Now welcoming over 80 million passengers a year, Istanbul is a vital intercontinental connection between East and West. Built from scratch with expansion in mind, the airport is spacious and efficiently laid out. And Turkish Airlines has made the most of the airport's layout, and it operates hundreds of seamless connections from one integrated terminal. New biometric clearance points and expanded duty-free sections were debuted in 2025, which further improved the passenger experience. And number 6, London Heathrow. Unbelievably, it does remain Europe's busiest and most influential aviation hub, serving over 83 million passengers this year. Despite the impact of Brexit and growing regional competition, Heathrow has modernised extensively to stay ahead. In its Terminal 2 expansion and Terminal 3 refurbishment of recent times have both improved layout efficiency and helped decrease delays. London Heathrow's new sustainability wing, with its focus on electric ground vehicles and recycling trash, also points the way to green aviation. Its ranking amongst the best airports is well earned. Heathrow remains critical to both transatlantic and Asian networks, and its performance metrics, particularly on-time arrivals, have notably improved this year. Guangzhou Baiyun International Airport, number 7, continued to develop under the radar, but consistently eclipsing 76 million passengers per annum in 2025. The airport is aided by the recovery in Chinese domestic travel and serves as a secondary hub to Beijing and Shanghai. Terminal 2, which was finished pre-pandemic, has now matured into one of the most functional and spacious terminals in Asia. Guangzhou also opened a high-speed rail link to the city centre this year, further reducing transit time for passengers. Number 8 is India's Indira Gandhi International Airport, Delhi, and it cemented its status as one of the fastest-growing mega hubs in Asia, crossing the 77 million passenger mark in 2025. As Air India and Indigo expand international operations, Delhi has seen inbound and outbound traffic soaring. Number 9 is Dallas Fort Worth International Airport. Well, it doesn't have the star power of JFK or LAX, but in 2025, it's one of United States' busiest and most efficient airports. With more than 87 million passengers annually, DFW is helped by American Airlines' hubbing strategy and geographic centrality. A new SkyTrain system facilitates faster inter-terminal transfers, whilst DFW's 5-terminal layout has been reconfigured for simpler connections. The airport also hosts the nation's largest airport solar farm as part of its towards net zero operations by 2035. And finally, at number 10, LAX, Los Angeles International Airport. Well, it's been synonymous with congestion and chaos, but in 2025, it's reopening to the world, serving over 76 million travellers annually. LAX has undergone near total transformation, spearheaded by the completion of the automated people mover and a revamped Terminal 4. Travellers now enjoy vastly shorter travel times and modernised interiors. And the Tom Bradley International Terminal continues to set the pace with high-end lounges, gourmet food courts and rational signage. More importantly, LAX is reclaiming its role as a Pacific Rim powerhouse with new non-stop services to Asia and Oceania. Well, the world's busiest airports in 2025, handling over 70 million passengers, not only take the crown, but they're reinventing what air travel should look like at scale. From biometric boarding to sustainability, these airports are examples of how infrastructure, technology and design are evolving to meet growing demand whilst delivering excellent passenger experiences.
You know, I can remember, Nev, when going to an airport to go on holiday was a case of turning up, checking in, visiting one duty-free shop, then going to the gate and getting on a plane and flying. But now air travel is slightly more than that.
Oh, it's a whole different thing, isn't it? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, amazing.
Yeah. Shops, bars, restaurants, everything. You know, it's just incredible how much stuff they can cram into an airport to get you to spend money.
Exactly.
Right, last story for you, Andy, and a popular one this week on the social media. And hopefully Andy will be... There he is, he's back with us. This story, I think this one was sent in to us. I know John Jester sent the link to this one as well. Andy, you've got this next one, and it's all about an aircraft that I think Alan knows quite a bit about as well.
Yes, this is Autoland saves King Air. Everyone safe. FAA and NTSB launch probes. The FAA says it's investigating the activation of the Garmin Autoland system on a King Air 200 in Colorado on Saturday. It issued the following statement. A Beechcraft Super King Air landed safely at Rocky Mountain Metropolitan Airport in Colorado around 2:20 p.m. local time on Saturday, December the 20th, after the pilot lost communication with air traffic control. An onboard emergency Autoland system was activated. 2 people were on board and the FAA is investigating. The agency declined to elaborate on the nature of its investigation, but CBS News reported a pressurization issue was involved in the Autoland activation. The Fox News affiliate in Denver reported that the local fire department was puzzled by the emergency response to the airport, since neither of the men on the plane required treatment or transport to a hospital. In the event of depressurization, the Garmin system immediately begins an emergency descent to 15,000 feet, and if the pilots do not intervene, the autoland sequence begins automatically. The NTSB is also looking into it and, too, is not providing any detail. We're aware of the event and currently collecting information to determine if it meets the criteria for an investigation, the NTSB said in a statement. Garmin earlier confirmed that it was the first non-test use of its Autoland system. Garmin can confirm that an emergency Autoland activation occurred at Rocky Mountain Metropolitan Airport in Broomfield, Colorado, the company said in a statement Sunday. The Autoland took place on Saturday the 20th of December, resulting in a successful landing. We look forward to sharing additional details at the appropriate time. Garmin also confirmed that it was the first use of the system that was not a test or demonstration. They've already said that. Social media posts from the flight tracking hobbyist reported a King Air 200 squawked 7700 about 2 p.m. local time. The Autoland system was initiated and landed the aircraft at the airport near Denver. A recording from live ATC's feed of the airport's tower frequency includes a robotic female voice declaring a pilot incapacitation and the intention to land on runway 30. The aircraft landed successfully and there have been no reports of injuries. The nature of the incapacitation and the condition of the pilot have not been released. The aircraft, November 479 Bravo Romeo, was being operated by Buffalo River Outfitters from Aspen to Rocky Mountain Metropolitan. It's not clear how many people were on board, and the system appeared to work flawlessly, and the controllers at Rocky Mountain Metropolitan seemed to take it in their stride, accommodating as many requests as he could before shutting down the airport for landing. Well, have you seen the video of it after landing?
No.
It landed and shut the engines down as well.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's an unbelievable bit of technology.
There's got to have been some nervous engineers, though, right? Because that presumably, by the sound of it, they received some form of notification that this event was occurring. There must have been some very nervous people for many reasons. Obviously, never mind the fact that we've got two pilots who aren't responding to instructions or anything like, or calls, I should say. But yeah, I bet when they got that notification, it was just like, ooh, I hope this works.
Yeah, what do you think, Alan? You fly this type?
Yeah, we fly the King Air 200 and we have Garmin, the G1000 on board. Now, our system hasn't got the auto land function built in, and from what I've read, it's only available in very limited capacity at the moment, down to the actual GNSS coverage that can actually maintain that level of control. But it is very cool to know that this kind of technology is coming down the line, and it's a fail-safe for any. I suppose the King Air is designed to be a single pilot aircraft, so I suppose that's the main reason it was incorporated into the King Air. The 200 variant, especially in the 350s, more of a multi-pilot aircraft because it's a little bit bigger. But yeah, it's. I look forward to seeing the day, but from what I've heard, will be a few years off getting it on our G1000s.
Sounds like if they hadn't had this system, this news story could have taken on a completely different, gone in a completely different direction.
Yeah, you wouldn't know. Maybe the pilots just activated it as a precaution with the high altitude rapid depressurization, and it's great to have the technology there. You know, it's like the ballistic recovery system on the Cirrus. You know, how many people have been saved by that when they've lost control of the aircraft? So it is great to have these technology features built in. And thankfully, when you use the auto land function on the King Air, the aircraft's not written off like it would be with the Cirrus, which is it's a one shot. You get one shot to use the parachute, and then that's it. The aircraft is scrapped due to the G forces, whereas this is built in and it can be used as quite a normal feature. So it's good technology.
It's not a simple aircraft, the King Air as well. There's a lot of technology built into that. It's got turboprop engines. There's a lot of things this system has to control to get a successful outcome out of it. It blows my mind.
And like you said, Andy, the fact that it could actually shut down the engines and go through the whole process in terms of taking the aircraft from whatever the altitude. Sorry, I forgot. I didn't even listen to the altitude, what it was when they had the rapid depressurization. But to be able to get the aircraft to find an airport locally and land, and I think from what I've heard as well, it'll actually manage the communications as well, and it can actually send out reported kind of recorded information to the local tower that is planning to land at, telling them that they're obviously they'll have 777 or 7700, and then they'll have the radio communications handled as well, so it doesn't just land in and shock a local airport. It's even that level of technology where it will do the radio comms automated as well.
Yeah, that's exactly what it did in this case. Yeah, it was doing all of that stuff. It's unbelievable.
Really is. Just to shut down checks. I'm worried for my job, if I'm honest.
Yeah, single pilot operations down to zero pilot operations. Yeah, that'll be AI next. Right, moving on. Nev, the next part of the show, we've got something slightly festive this week, and I would say not as retro as what we have done in previous weeks.
No, by normal standards, this is not that old, but this week it's a short trip back just 11 years where we find out how the Dutch children get their presents whilst cruising at flight level 370 and to a time when the 747-400 was still very much the queen of the skies.
So did they carry extra fuel to drop to 10,000 feet, to depressurize, to open the door to allow Santa to pass the presents through, then close the door and carry on en route?
Oh, you've just ruined all the magic there.
Oh, sorry.
Santa is magic.
It does ask a lot of questions, though, as to, quite how they managed that.
Yeah.
Magic reindeer refueling.
Oh, of course. Absolutely. Goes without saying.
They got rid of all their 400s now, haven't they, Cal?
Oh, long time ago.
Yeah. They've just got the Dash 8s now, haven't they, KLM?
No.
Well,
they don't have Dash 8s. They've got no 7.4s.
Did they not? I thought they had the Dash 8s, KLM.
No. Nope.
You might be thinking of
discussion.
Lufthansa, but they've still got
No, perhaps Lufthansa, yeah.
Or Korean, similar colours.
Yeah.
They've still got theirs.
What's the other one? China Airlines as well, Nick said last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can tell how short-term Carlos's memory is. We were only talking about it last week.
Yeah. Dirt Guess is in the chat room saying it's Andy's job to ruin the magic.
Yeah. It's applying all the science, you see, the actual science.
It's really difficult having a small child not to try and ruin the magic with science.
Actually, that'll
put
be
a PG title on this show, by the way, guys, with this conversation.
Well, true.
Yes.
Absolutely, yeah.
That'll be the next big thing on Christmas Day, obviously, with Flight Radar 24. I know the guys there have their tracking system.
Oh, yes.
Tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Brilliant, that is. I think that's a brilliant idea.
Really good idea.
Yeah.
Right, so up next, we have got a very special video to play you tonight. Obviously, he couldn't be with us tonight because of certain, issues he had with being called up and had to go and fly this and fly that. But Armando has very kindly sent in a video to say, well, Merry Christmas, and here it is.
Well, to my fellow PTUK hosts, the podcast community, the friends, the listeners, fans, family, everybody, let me first apologize for not being on the show today. I was on reserve for my company, and of course, I got called in for a trip to New York. I had told the guys that there was a good chance that I would be on the show. Now, to say that this year, 2025, was crazy is a complete understatement. Last year, as the holidays approached, I was already talking to the Mr. Beast team about participating in one of their videos. Now, what my participation would be, we didn't know at the time. For a little background, I really had no idea that I was being cast for anything. I thought I was talking to them about a contract pilot gig, and I am still convinced to this day that I just happened to be the guy with the minimum qualifications to talk to cameras in a friendly manner that met all the insurance requirements to be a captain on their Hawker 800 XP. And that's how the year started. Late spring, I said goodbye to my family, like so many other professions have to do regularly. And that was never lost on me during the challenge. How many people have to leave for 4 months at a time? And what a ride that was. We flew all over the country. We got to see all kinds of things. There was so much that didn't make the video. As you can imagine, it was 4 months of video from 14 cameras just in the airplane, not counting all the cameramen. And our own PTUK team can probably tell you how daunting that sounds to edit. And it was all real. I really didn't step foot off the airplane. I really didn't have any phone or devices or any contact with the outside world. And I really didn't shower for 100 days. Although I did stay clean, but you have to go back and listen to the interview from a couple of months ago to figure out how I did that. Now, coming out of the challenge was like coming out of witness protection. It was challenging in a good way to get reacquainted with my family, my friends, my dogs, get back to my flying job. Now, I can sincerely say that aside from missing my family, the hardest part of that entire challenge was actually winning. Taking possession of that prize was challenging, to say the least. It was great to put that into the past and get on with the rest of 2025. I flew a bunch. I got back into the biplane. I flew dozens of Young Eagles with the EAA, the Experimental Aircraft Association. Got back into flying both the Hawker, the Pilatus. Now, Meg, Maddie, and I are so fortunate to have had such a good year, like many of you out there. Although it wasn't without loss. Many of us this year, many of you have lost friends and family to aviation accidents and so many other different causes. Now, many of our friends have experienced all kinds of challenges and adversity this year, but that's where we have to rely on our support networks to be there for us. And I am so fortunate to have made some amazing friends in this community and the aviation community at large. It is they whom I have relied on during the good times and the bad times over the last year. Now, I hope that everyone listening has the same resources. And if you don't, reach out to us, reach out to the community. Over the years, I've discovered that aviators are kind and giving people. And with that, I leave you. I wish everyone listening and watching a joyful holiday season and a wonderful 2026. Stay tuned for some great adventures coming from us and the team next year.
Wow. Oh, Merry Christmas to you, Armando. Such a shame he couldn't make it today. He did really try. I should also give apologies. Producer John was hoping to join us as well. Unfortunately, he's been working today, and delayed is an understatement. The state of his current flight. So yeah, he gives his apologies as well. But yes, thank you, Armando. Hopefully, we'll see a little bit more of him. Fingers crossed. Next year, if it all calms down, fingers crossed.
Yeah, all being well, Armando should hopefully be joining us at our 600th show next year. I think he's already booked his flights and his hotel as well. But Nev, what's the crack with our show in May?
Yeah, well, lots of organisation going on currently, and we are filling up seats very quickly indeed currently. Just to remind you, it's on Friday the 22nd of May next year, 2026. The venue is at the Imperial War Museum, Duxford in the UK, and that's at the airside suite, so that's just overlooking the airfield itself, which is great. If you would like to join us, there is an entry fee of £60 sterling payable to us by the 1st of April, either to the PTUK Patreon or PayPal account. Details of those are on the Support Us tab on the front page of the website. That gives you the complimentary 1-hour admission to the museum. And there will be some special guest presentations as in previous years. We'll be announcing those details in the new year. As part of the package, if you're coming by car, there's free dedicated on-site parking for our guests. And your entry fee also includes tea and coffee breaks with cookies, fresh fruit, and a buffet lunch included in your entry price. Now, if you're going to stay, we suggest you book fairly soon. We're going to be most of us staying at the Duxford Hotel, Cambridge South. And the postcode for that is Charlie Bravo 224 November Lima. That's in Whittlesford in Cambridge. It's not far from the Imperial War Museum itself, and also Whittlesford Station is right next to the hotel with easy access to London's Liverpool Street Station. In the evening, we're having dinner at the Red Lion, which is directly opposite that hotel. They also have rooms available too, actually, in case you can't get into the Duxford Hotel. Dinner is a pay-for-yourself affair, and you will have to pre-order your food, and the restaurant will need this info by the 30th of April. I'll be getting some menus from the restaurant in the next couple of months, and I'll send them out to the people that are coming. If you would like to join us, you need to send your request to attend to planetalkinguk.com. We will send you a confirmation email after we've received your payment. At that time, can you let us know if you've got any dietary requirements so that we can inform the catering team at Duxford as well? But as I said, there are limited spaces available and the event is filling up quickly. So get your request in sharpish.
Yeah, it's going to be a very special weekend indeed. And hopefully we'll have 100% of all the team there as well. Fingers crossed Nick will be able to make the long trek from your mansion down in the southern.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for somebody with an aeroplane to say that they're going to be flying from the southwest. So I actually need to book my hotel. So yeah, I must get on and do that.
Yeah. Looking forward to it. Very much indeed, and looking forward to it. And we've got quite a good portion of our guests, haven't we, Nev, that are flying in from the US?
Yes, we have. Yeah, very, very excited about that. So, yeah, looking forward to it.
Right, time for Nev's favourite part of the show.
Yeah.
And as always, Matt is poised and ready to hit the button that is coloured grey.
What's up, Bogies 135, 50, Angel 16, heading 340. Okay, 100 seat Bogies.
And Alan, you have got the first story in the military segment this week, as it takes place. Well, kind of your end of the world.
It is, Carlos. It's very near to me. First story today comes from Flying in Ireland, who both Carlos and Nev met during the Bray Air Show. They were doing some interviews with them here during the summer. So it is the title, Irish Air Corps takes delivery of Dassault Falcon 6X. Minister for Defence Helen McEntee, she's a Teachtadála here in Ireland, has welcomed the arrival of the Air Corps' new Dassault Falcon 6X aircraft. The latest addition to the Air Corps fleet complements the delivery in September of the third Airbus C295 aircraft. The purchase of the aircraft was announced in December 2024, with the newly built aircraft having spent several months at the Dassault facility in Little Rock, which I think is in Arkansas in the United States, getting the interior fitted. The aircraft returned to Le Bourget, Paris last Friday for final preparations before today's delivery flight. I think that was on Wednesday of last week. The Falcon 6X will replace the Learjet 45. It is a future-proofed new generation jet aircraft with advanced fuel efficiency, maximum range of over 5,000 nautical miles. It can comfortably reach destinations such as West Coast of the United States. Following a period of crew familiarization and training, the aircraft is expected to enter service early in the new year. The aircraft performed a flypast of runway 28 at Baldonnel prior to landing shortly before 3 p.m. The arrival of the aircraft at Casement Aerodrome in Baldonnel was attended by the Assistant General Secretary of the Department of Defence, Miss Aileen Nolan. She was representing the Minister of the General Officer Commanding of the Air Corps, Brigadier General Rory O'Connor. Members of the Joint Air Corps and Department of Defence team who delivered the project, and representatives from Dassault Aviation SA. Commenting on the delivery of the new aircraft, Minister Helen McEntee said the Dassault Falcon 6X is a next-generation aircraft which will enhance the state's transport, airlift and medical evacuation capabilities and provide the state with an independent and flexible air transport service, which is increasingly essential requirement to assist the government in meeting Ireland's national and international obligations. In addition, the aircraft will be used for a broad range of other taskings, including the evacuation of Irish citizens from critical situations, air ambulance patient transfers, medical evacuation, repatriation of Irish Defence Forces personnel deployed on overseas missions, as well as providing logistics support for the transport of supplies to Irish Defence Forces overseas missions. The delivery of the Dassault Falcon 6X strategic reach aircraft represents a significant enhancement of the state's transport, airlift and medical capabilities, and is further evidence of the government's ongoing commitment to enhance the capabilities of our defence forces. Also commenting was the Chief of Staff of the Defence Forces, Lieutenant General Rossa Mulcahy. He said, "Today marks a significant milestone for the Irish Air Corps as we welcome the Falcon 6X into service. The aircraft represents a major step forward in the state's strategic reach, delivering an enhanced capability in airlift, medical evacuation and government transport. Its range, performance and advanced systems will enable us to support Irish citizens and Defence Forces personnel across the globe with greater speed, safety and flexibility. The arrival of the Falcon 6X also comes at an important moment in our development as we progress towards becoming an Air Force. It reflects not only an investment in modern equipment, but the future role, ambition and operational reach of the Air Corps' air capability. The Falcon 6X will serve the state for many years to come, and its arrival highlights our commitment to building a modern, responsive and forward-looking organisation." So I actually saw the aircraft the day after it arrived. They must be doing some base training down in Shannon, and a taxi past. So I actually sent a photo. I don't know if you got the photo that I took as we were starting up, and a taxi past. I don't know if you have that photo, Matt. to pop up or nick. But yeah, she's a lovely looking aircraft and should be a great addition to the Irish Air Corps fleet, which is getting increasingly newer. I think they've received 4 aircraft this year. So they got the Falcon 6X last week, and then the week before they actually took delivery of a Twin Otter as well for the Irish Police Force, which is operated by the Irish Air Corps. And then, like they said, they've taken 2 EASA or Airbus C295 aircraft this year to complement the one they got last year. So there's been a lot of new aircraft coming into Ireland, which the Air Corps is quite small compared to other air forces around Europe. So it's good to see.
Can I just say that that's got a factory list price of $53 million, Alan?
Wow. Yeah. And they ordered it in December 2024. That's quite a quick turnaround for, obviously they were keen to get moving with it. But yeah, it's, do you know what surprised me? Actually, I was looking at that article and they were going through the specs. The maximum altitude is 51,000 feet. That's shocking, isn't it? 51,000 feet.
Surely they have to be on oxygen up there.
I'd imagine so. Yeah, you're a long way from. Yep.
Yeah, you need to have very, very quick access to oxygen at 51,000 feet.
Maybe one crew member needs to stay on oxygen the whole time, and then the other one is quick don mask. I don't know, but I was shocked when I read that.
That's phenomenal because
5,500 nautical mile range.
The useful consciousness time at 51,000 feet must be seconds.
I'd say you're looking 2 or 3 seconds. Because I think around 40,000 feet, it's about 12 seconds if I remember my ATPLs. It's in and around that, but my God.
Yeah.
51,000 feet. Definitely not. 100%.
Blimey.
Yeah.
Next up is the aviationist.com. And US Navy and GAO reports fault material issues, poor coordination between services for the V-22 Osprey troubles. Faulty parts, inconsistent communication of safety and hazard risks from the Joint Program Office, and poor coordination between the US and Marine Corps, Navy and Air Force, despite using the same aircraft type, have contributed to the troubled V-22 Osprey vertical tilt rotor aircraft. 2 separate reports by the Government Accountability Office and Naval Air Systems Command released on December the 13th noted how the Joint Program Office that oversees the V-22 failed to adequately address lingering safety risks and the mounting problems that will need at least a decade to fix. 20 service members have lost their lives and 4 aircraft have been destroyed in 12 V-22 Class A mishaps since 2022. Class A accidents are those where the total damage exceeds $2.5 million and the aircraft is destroyed with human casualties involving fatalities or permanent injury. According to NAVAIR, material failure has been found to be a causal or contributing factor behind 7 of these V-22 accidents, with human error in established airworthiness and flight safety standards behind the remaining 4. NAVAIR, which also manages the CV-22B Osprey used by the Air Force Special Operations Command, began its V-22 comprehensive review back in September 2023. 2 months before an Air Force Osprey, call sign Gundam 22, crashed off the Japanese coast back in November the 29th. The V-22 also has a low average readiness and availability level in a 2024-24 timeframe at 50% for the US Navy and 60% for the US Marine Corps, as per NAVAIR. The Marine Corps operates a fleet of 348 aircraft, MV-22Bs, and the Air Force has 52 of the CV-22Bs, and the Navy flying 29 of the CMV-22Bs, according to GAO. As of early 2025, the program of record for all these services was 464 aircraft. So back in November 2023, the crash that killed 8 personnel was owing to a catastrophic failure of the high-speed planetary pinion gear of the X-53 prop rotor gearbox. This itself was traced back to poor quality control and compromised manufacturing processes by Universal Stainless the manufacturer of the gears alloy. And hello. Sorry, meals has been brought in. Don't panic, people. Navair thus faulted the V-22 program office for not being prompt in reporting safety issues to the users. These examples underscore the importance of a closed-loop safety system where the program office continually identifies and assesses risks, communicates risks to users, implements interim mitigations, and persistently drives the development and deployment of both material and non-material solutions to further reduce or eliminate those risks stated to command. And the story does go on. Having been on one of these aircraft many years ago, back when Armando was based here in the UK, I will say they are definitely a sight to see and behold inside the actual aircraft itself. And by that, I mean by the varying oil leaks and stuff. And yeah, it is. But incredible to watch fly. Haven't seen these at a few air shows. But they're incredible aircraft to fly. And we're lucky here at east of England because we get to see these quite often flying in and around here, especially around towards the North Norfolk coast where they do a lot of training.
They're jolly noisy.
They are jolly noisy. You definitely cannot miss a V-22.
Absolutely.
Flying over.
How have Leonardo managed to copy this without being sued by Boeing?
I don't know.
It looks so similar, doesn't it?
Yeah. Just a less pointier nose, and obviously
yeah,
then
that's hard. That's hardly gonna not upset a copywriter, is it?
Yeah. Perhaps what Leonardo done was took a picture of a V-22 Osprey and said to AI, "Can you make this? Make something out of this for us, but don't make it look too similar to a V-22."
You wouldn't get me on either, though. So
I'd be up for have a go once.
Have a go at what, as a passenger?
As a passenger, yes. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. No, stunning bit of kit these are. Right. That's the military segment done for this week. So it is the Christmas show, as we know. We've got a little bit of time left before we finish, so we're going to have a quick whip round the hosts. What everyone is up to in this festive period. Nev, we'll start with you. Obviously, you've got the grandkids and stuff.
Yeah, my daughter came round today, which was nice to see her. And we're going over to my son's house tomorrow, just to hand some presents over to the grandkids. Sue and I are having a fairly quiet Christmas, actually, this year. Just two of us on Christmas Day at the local Miller and Carter restaurant.
Oh, lovely.
We're getting them to do Christmas dinner for us, lunch for us. So that's quite nice. And then we'll collapse in the sofa afterwards, I'm sure. But not too busy at all this year, which I'm quite pleased about in many respects.
Sounds like fun, Nev. Well, hopefully you enjoy yourself and enjoy the bottle of wine as well.
Yeah, thank you.
How about you, Andy? You obviously got you've got young ones, little ones as well to obviously tend to this Christmas.
I'm also cooking for 15 on Christmas Day.
Whoa!
So that should keep me very busy for most of the day. I'll probably need more than a single bottle of wine to get through that.
Yeah.
But yes, a 3-course dinner for 15. So wish me luck. I may have recovered by New Year's Eve.
You'll nail it, I have no doubt.
Or you can just drink the whole keg of beer. That the
there is. There's plenty of beer behind me as well, so we'll see how the day goes.
Yes. Just as well dinner is early, I guess.
Nick,
dinner's at 3 o'clock, actually.
Oh,
How about you, Nick? Are you heading out on the two-wheeled extravaganza?
Hopefully after the kind of madness of Christmas has all settled down. So yeah, busy couple of days with family and kids and stuff. And and then looking forward to a couple of days away in the new year for my birthday. So
nice.
quite nice.
Nice.
Very
That sounds very nice.
Mr. Whyte, our guest this evening, how is the Irish Christmas going to be?
So plan is, I think after the show, I'm going to go and meet a few of my mates. We usually go out on the eve of the eve. We have done since we were in school. That's our big night out over Christmas. Go and do some Guinness sampling around Dublin. And then tomorrow, I'm having my first turkey and ham dinner over with my brother and sister-in-law. They cook their turkey and ham on the barbecue, would you believe? And it is incredible every year. Yeah, it's so good. So I'm really looking forward to that. And then Christmas Day, kind of a quiet one because I'm on duty on Boxing Day. So I'll get my drinks out of the way early in the Christmas period. And then Christmas Day, I'm over to my parents. And then, like I said, on 26th, I'm down in the hangar. But my wife and the 3 kids are going to come down. And they're going to stay in a hotel locally. And they're going to pop in a couple of times during the day to if provided we don't get called out when we're on shift. So yeah, that's the plan. Going to be a busy enough New Year where I'm working for most of through New Year. So yeah, but looking forward to the next couple of days anyway.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah.
We shall be off to the brother-in-law's Christmas Day.
Nice.
That will be a hectic day, as to say. And then Boxing Day, I shall be heading off to the pub with my father on Boxing Day.
Oh, sounds awful.
I'm having a few beers until we get the phone call to walk back to here.
Right. Oh, dinner's ready. That one.
Ready.
Oh, dear.
Yeah. So that'll be that.
Bless.
But no, it's a very special time of the year, that's for sure. And everyone is very busy. But there are some lucky people out there who have already finished work, which is very lucky then. But
well, I mean, Nev started at the beginning of the year. You know, I mean, it's just like...
Yeah, I started on February the 7th.
Yeah.
Oh, so unfair. So, Mr. Bounds, for the benefit of those who might not know, where can we be found on the social medias?
Yeah, if you just search the social media platforms of Facebook, X, Instagram and LinkedIn, you will find us there. Just search for Plane Talking UK. You can email the show, podcast@planetalkinguk.com. The WhatsApp number, +44 7446 975 214. And you can subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. You'll get notifications when we go live. And don't forget to give us a like. Press the like button as well. That's really important for us. You can also help us keep the show on the road, as it were, by donating to our Patreon and PayPal accounts, or PayPal accounts. Don't do both. And you'll find that information for that on the top right-hand side of our website, www.planetalkinguk.com. That is it for this year. Our next show is going to be on Wednesday, the 7th of January, 2026 at 1900 hours, 7 o'clock p.m. UK time. So that's Wednesday, the 7th of January, 2026.
And we look forward to coming back to you in 2026 with loads more great content. And obviously,
are you eating your dinner, Carlos?
Yeah, I'm having a quick meal.
I thought so. Yeah.
And back in May as well with our 600 show as well. So don't forget about that. You can find out more details, as Neb was saying, on the website. It's had a bit of a refresh, and there is a link on there where you can click on the 600 link and find out more information on the big show in May. And we're still trying to get a few more special guests to join us on that day as well to have a chat, aren't we, Nev?
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, it's going to be very much fun indeed. So that is it for the Christmas show. I hope everyone has a fantastic Christmas, whatever you're up to. Make sure you stay safe and stay warm. I'm going to say thanks to Alan for joining us this evening. Mr. Whyte, thank you very much indeed for joining us.
Most welcome, guys. Good to see you.
And also thanks to Andy, our resident Airbus pilot. Hope you have a good Christmas, Andy. When you're in the pub, the home pub.
Thank you. Pleasure as always to be on, and a happy New Year, and Merry Christmas to everybody listening.
And to you now, Nick, as well. Thank you for joining us, Nick, and regaling us with your Star Wars themed Christmas jumper.
Pleasure. It's nice to see everybody, and thanks to all our listeners for the support over the last year.
And Nev as well, thank you for joining us as well this evening, as always.
Pleasure.
Keep an eye on things with your blue spanner in the chat room. Have a great Christmas, Nev, and make sure you give Mrs. Nev a big hug for us all. And to Matt as well, over in the P2K Master Suite studio. Thank you as well for your work on the show as well. Thank you very much.
Very welcome.
That's it for 2025. We'll see you in 2026. Have a great Christmas and have a fantastic New Year's Eve as well. Don't drink too much. And we'll see you next year. So on behalf of all the team, thank you to everyone who listens to and helps us on the show. We really do appreciate all you and the chat room as well tonight as well. Thank you for tuning in. That's it then. Take care, everyone. And from me, Carlos here, from Nev, from Andy, from Nick, from Matt, and from Alan as well. Take care, have a great Christmas, and we'll see you next year. Say goodbye, Nev.
See you. Bye for now.
Oh, I feel all festive after that.
I was overcome with Christmassy goodness there. Lovely.
Oh, yes.
Bless them. Yeah, absolutely. Yes, a recording that I made last night for something for another project I'm involved in. They did a load of traditional carols, and I asked them if there was any chance they could do me a wish you a Merry Christmas for me to play on the podcast today. So, and they very kindly said yes. So, yes, they were given a very healthy donation as a thank you. So,
it's
you can't beat the old Sally Army Band.
Yeah, it's the first. I tell you what, recording that because they did. I think they did about 45 minutes worth of various bits and pieces, and I have to say, it's the first time all year that I felt quite festive. It was really lovely. Anyway, by the way,
what's for dinner tonight, Carlos?
Salmon, broccoli, gnocchi, and sprouts.
Well, there was
sprouts. Is it just what was in the fridge?
Yeah, I was going to say. I've never had sprouts and salmon before. That's a new one. I thought I'd tried all things.
We've been having sprouts for months.
Oh, have you? Oh.
Yeah, sprouts.
I've been eating them all year. I love them.
Sprouts are awesome.
Oh, it's you guys, is it?
You don't like sprouts? Are fabulous.
No, I do love them. No, I do love them. I must.
I've never had them with gnocchi before, though.
No, or salmon. Or salmon.
Gnocchi and salmon, I get that. Totally get that. A bit of broccoli, yes. I don't think the Italians would like sprouts thrown in there, though.
Mm. Yeah. But, I mean, they whinge about our cooking all the time anyway, don't they? So, you know.
Right. Sprouts are just awesome because I love cabbage. I absolutely love cabbage. I mean, cabbage doesn't
Do you eat
me.
liver as well? Do you like liver, cabbage water?
Oh.
So of course, if you're making gravy, actually decent gravy,
always use the vegetable water. Well, yeah, whichever veg water's gone, yeah, you use it.
Yeah.
It sounds like you have the diet of a medieval man.
I had a nice bit of foie gras in France at the weekend.
I beg your pardon.
Oh, now we're talking. It has a bit of class there. Lovely.
It was superb. I don't care if it's horrible to the animals. It tastes really good.
It is fabulous stuff. You're right.
It's just wonderful.
I've just seen Micah pop up in the chat room. Has he been there?
Yes, he's been there for a while now.
Has he? Oh,
Yeah.
It's the first time I've had a chance to look at it. I can't look at it when I've got the other screens up. But, Ah, dear. Right, then.
I'm doing roast salmon with mashed potatoes and peas on Boxing Day.
Well, I've got a wonderfully large ham to roast tomorrow morning. And then I'm making peas pudding with it as well.
Oh,
It's
I
a
love
very
peas pudding.
northern
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, it is very...
What's that?
It's
Peas
amazing.
pudding, you get split peas, split yellow peas, put them in a tea towel, right? And boil them with the ham before you take the ham out and roast it. And then when they come out all soft, put them in a bowl, put about 3 tons of butter in, and then mash them up until it's a lovely paste, and then just leave it to set. Oh, nom, 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 nom. Beautiful.
You had me at
And
butter.
a couple of slices of ham in a bun, spread the peas pudding on. Perfection.
Wow.
Never heard of it. Sounds nice.
It's a very northern thing.
Yeah.
It's
Nice.
funny, we went and did a big food shop in France on Saturday, and got the ferry back on Sunday, and I'd kept basically filled a big cool box up in the boot of the car full of smelly cheese and nice salty French butter, and stuck the car on the ferry on Sunday, left it obviously parked in the parking garage on the ferry for 6 hours, and then got back in it Sunday evening, and it absolutely stank of smelly cheese.
Oh. See, I don't see that as a negative. That works.
No, it was really good. So it's now stinking out the fridge.
Go and stick your head in our bloody fridge in the garage then.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Gemma's got a load of...
Smellier the better.
Byron Bodyguard and all...
Oh,
weird
yes.
things
Oh,
in there.
quality local cheese. Well done. Very proud of you. Yeah, I'm not interested unless it does get up and walk out of the fridge on its own. I'm not interested.
Oh, my
unless it
word.
does
I
that.
went to get
that's
a
the
Coke
stuff.
out of the fridge out in the garage the other, and it was...
Nick, I'd retract your statement as well, mate, because you're banned from bringing it in at the minute.
What, cheese?
Yeah, all dairy and meat products you're banned from bringing into the UK at the moment.
Oh, crikey, I didn't know that.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Oh, dear. That's all right.
just tell him it's Edam, Nick. It's Edam.
I'll,
Doing my bit for EU relations.
Yes, yeah.
okay. Excellent. I'll,
For 10 years.
weirdly-
Nick's, cool. Go on.
Hang on, let's just Nick. It was goat's cheese, wasn't it?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, perfect. No problem. Absolutely no issue there.
It definitely wasn't camembert.
no, okay.
No.
Definitely not.
No.
Okay.
No, definitely not camembert.
And the foie gras is consumed in France.
Well, it was actually, yeah.
Yeah.
The second I get a jar of it, it's consumed wherever I am at that moment. It's lovely stuff.
It's great.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, on that unexpected
On that
bombshell, yes, absolutely. Hopefully, Nick won't have been arrested by the new year, and
Well, there'll be no evidence. It'll all be gone,
no,
won't
it'll be
it?
gone. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It will now.
I'm off to the fridge.
I was going to say he's off to go and put himself in a cheese coma. I think.
Yeah, I'm going to have some weird dreams later. Wish
I'll
me
just
luck.
say, Alan, I blinking love this blinking stuff. It's blinking amazing.
I'm with you, mate.
Yeah,
Oh, dearie me.
cannot get enough.
No, I know it's dangerous.
Yeah. Right. That's it. We're going to let all the gorgeous chat room head off for the evening and say thank you again to everyone for joining us tonight. And we'll see you in 2026 for our next show. So have a great Christmas, everyone. And Nev, would you like to say au revoirs to
Yes, thanks to everybody for your fantastic support again throughout this year. Really enjoyed your company and everything. So hope you have a great time over Christmas if you celebrate it, and the New Year. And we'll see you back on Wednesday, the 7th of January, 2026 at 7 o'clock UK time. In the meantime, bye for now.